All right, Carter, so coming back, you're a returner.
Mm-hmm.
Walk us through your regional race a little bit. Tell us how it went.
Yeah, so early on, I found myself towards the front, and
Sorry, I need to stop.
Oh, I'm sorry, we need his name.
Oh, it's all right. Talk a little more for me.
okay, let's say
So,
my
tell
name's,
us your name.
my name's Carter.
Great.
Yeah,
Got good
And,
love on you.
and I need to ask you to spell your name anyway, so first and last name, please.
CarterSolomon.
And you look right at her. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, Carter, you're back.
Yep.
So let's hear about your race coming in, the regional race.
Yeah, so early on in the race, I found myself near the front. I think I was in 10th place or so, and that front pack started pulling away. And I figured later in the race I'd be able to catch them and stay in the top 10 and finish high. But it was hard making moves in that muddy conditions. So I was towards the back of that pack the whole race and was fighting with those 8, 9, 10 spots. It was tough. It was a tough race. I finished and I was like, that hurt a lot, but got the job done, and top 10 was the goal, and that's what happened. So, yeah.
Fourth here last year, now you're back.
Yeah.
And it wasn't easy getting back, but
Right.
you're here.
Yeah.
How excited were you when you finished at the Midwest region, knowing you made it?
I was excited. I saw my buddies from last year also made it. They were ahead of me, so I knew it was gonna be a lot of fun.
So as a returner,
Mm-hmm.
not that we're giving anything away, but what would you tell people coming, to Foot Locker and talk about the course or just in general the weekend? Like any kind of advice for people that haven't run here before?
Just enjoy it. I remember going home last year. I was like, wow, that was a lot of fun. I just really, you gotta soak it all in. Hanging out with the best runners in the country is something to not. You don't want to just go through the weekend and worry just about the race. Have some fun at the same time.
The course, have you been dreaming about it, thinking about it, practicing it?
Yeah. Luckily, where I live, there's a lot of hills, so we've been able to do some hill work this year. Visualizing the course and thinking about it, yeah.
Your year, was it the kind of year you wanted?
Yes. So the regular season, I was undefeated, which was pretty awesome. Ran a PR, so fitness-wise, I feel like I've improved from last year. Foot Locker Midwest didn't go exactly as planned, but you roll with the punches, and we made it here. So it's a whole new race now.
Yeah, you
Anyone's
made
game.
it.
Right.
Doesn't matter how you got here, right?
Right.
You got here. So let's talk about Foot Locker and what it means to you, the history of this race. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot to me. There's world-class athletes that have run on this course, and running through the same course that they ran on is it's humbling for sure.
Any big names that stick out?
Grant Fisher, he's from the state of Michigan, two-time champion. Drew Hunter, I know he just hammered it his senior year. Yeah, so it's pretty awesome.
How fun is it to know that they're trying to make their first Olympic team?
Yeah.
And they've run this course, they've run, like you have, and now they're trying to represent the U.S.
It's awesome. Friends at home are like, well, you going to run the Olympics now? I'm like, well, I'm only in high school. That's a long ways away. I mean, it's a goal of many, but only so few can actually have that opportunity. But, if this is the first step, then, this is the first step, and we're here, so.
What surprised you during the race? Anything? And look to Carrie, please. Hill harder than it was, flat harder. Anything surprised you?
Yeah, I mean, I think what was surprising was how hard so many guys went out, and I was able to catch them later on in the race. I was surprised by that, a little bit. But, I mean, it makes sense. The course is tough. There's a lot of really good track runners in this race, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're good cross-country runners. I look to myself as more of a cross-country guy than a track guy. So I think that has an advantage in its ways. And the longer distances, I feel like I'm a little bit better at than the shorter distances. So racing 5K I prefer racing 5K over a mile, we'll say.
Do you hold anything back for that second lap and that second hill?
I mean, you have to. You got to be able to cover moves anyone makes. I think that's because you have to have multiple moves to make if you want to have a chance to win. All 40 of these guys want to come out here and win, so they're all going to have lots of moves to make. So playing the race smart and saving some for that second lap is key.